Good morning,
Yeah,
Tony. How are you today?
I am good. I'm good. So let's get
Good.
started. Let's get started. So
Yes,
I'm just saying that I think I can see you. You may not be able to see me right now, but I think you can see me now. Yeah.
I can see
Now
you
you
too.
see me. Now you don't. Yeah. So today is going to be the next class. The next class. Yes, last week was on food addiction. Yeah, last week was on food addiction. Can you remember anything about food addiction, Sharon? Can you remember anything?
Yes,
What can
dopamine.
What can you remember? Dopamine.
Dopamine.
Dopamine. Yeah,
Yes.
dopamine. Dopamine. Yeah.
Pleasure,
Uh,
pleasure.
They say the addiction is in the brain. Yeah, in the
That's
brain.
right.
Yeah. So we want to
That's
bring
right.
Jeremiah in. Jeremiah, we missed him from last week. Just to say good morning, Jeremiah. Let's see Jeremiah. Jeremiah is in the house. Yeah, Jeremiah, how you doing?
I'm
Good
fine, sir. Good morning, Mr. Tony.
good
Good
morning.
morning.
Yeah, our in-house nutritionist, Jeremiah. And guess
Good
what?
morning,
The
Jeremiah.
you did it, and guess what? We have our chefs. Wow, they made a debut
Wow.
last week. Good
Wow.
morning. Look at them. They look like twins. You're looking like twins now. Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
Which one is Jessica? Which one is Rose? Yeah, Chef Jessica Rose. You're looking like twins. Yeah, they say
Jessica,
when
Chef
good,
Rose.
you yeah, they say when you stay together, you grow together.
Yes,
Okay, so Sharon, let's get started. Because
yes,
we've got a big show today, so we've got to
yes.
make sure that we get started quickly. I can't wait for those that are not on time. But what we're doing for those that are not on time is we're recording. And for those of you that are online that probably don't have, if you're a gold member, remember only if you're a gold member. So if you're not a gold member, you don't get the recording. If you're a gold member, you get to run through this class again and again and again and again. Okay. Okay. So let's just share the stats that we have so far again, so that everyone can remember why do we do these shows every day? So every week, sorry. Why do we do these shows every week? Why do we need to be well every day? So Sharon, over to you.
Yes, good morning, Tony. Exciting show today. So, in terms of the stats, we'll go into the health statistics. Do you know that the stats are quite shocking?
Yeah,
Uh,
Sharon, I mean, one of the things is that the average life expectancy at the moment in Nigeria is too low.
is
Yeah, too low.
57 years young.
Exactly. It's young. So
57 years
we need to
young.
change that age to an old
We
age. And
do.
that's one of the reasons why we need to take care of it. Yeah.
We do.
We have
And then,
diabetes. Diabetes.
yeah,
It's
some of the
causing people.
indicators like diabetes. Do
Yeah.
you know that one person is diagnosed every 2 minutes with
Diabetes.
diabetes here
Wow.
in Nigeria?
Wow. That means that there's 7 people that have been diagnosed since we've been on the show. It's terrible.
Oh,
Terrible. Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Heart.
Okay, and then we have high blood pressure. Do you
Yeah.
know that high blood pressure puts 1 in 4 Nigerians at risk
You
every
know,
day?
you
One in
know,
four.
1 in 4. Yeah. And I think some people don't know about it, do they?
They don't know that 9 out of 10 Nigerians are unaware that they have high blood pressure.
Which is why people some. I talked about high blood pressure. You know what? I sent a statement out yesterday. I said, should your car be in better condition than you? Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Why is it that your car has no problems, but you are driving the car and you have some problems? Should we not clear the problems within ourselves first before
Yes, indeed.
we drive the car with no problem? Because even if you're driving a car which is nice, luxury, nice Rolls Royce, nice G-Wagon, nice whatever, but you have a lifestyle disease like that might be diabetes happen, what do you think that drive is like? That drive is not the same drive as if you have a clean bill of health. Enjoy the ride of what you've invested in by enjoying your health, the wellness. So that's one of the things I'll say. Okay. So and I said
Yeah.
to yourself,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
is it that people every day are living with high blood pressure? Yeah. When their cars are not overheating every day. Because they're taking more care of their car than themselves. They're spending more revenue in their car's servicing of their wellness of their car than themselves. So we need to make sure that we divert some of the funds to ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Over to you,
Absolutely
Sharon.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. And then we have another indicator, which is cancer. Now, did you know, Tony, that 10 Nigerians die every hour of cancer? That's an adult or a
Well,
child,
you know, yeah.
10.
Well, before I didn't really believe it, but since for the last month, I have so many people that, especially men, can you believe it? Especially men that have prostate cancer or have prostate enlargement. Yeah. I have some friends that have gone through procedures to be able to get rid of it. So yes, I do know and I do believe it. Yeah. And then the final stats that we're going to go through quickly, Sharon,
Is obesity.
yeah.
Now, 1 in 4 adults in Nigeria are obese. I know you're going to make a comment, and 1 in 10 children are therefore obese by the age of 4.
Okay. So the obesity 1 in 4 is based on the European standard. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it may not be quite right, but if you're obese, you know you're obese. Don't kid yourself. You know you're obese. Yeah. But so what I'll say to you is you're obese, do something about it because it leads to other chronic illnesses. And I think one of the things that we're going to see talk about today, and remember, food addiction is also part of you ending up being obese. Because if you're addicted to the food that's not good for you, then guess what happens? You become obese. Yeah. I was talking to a lady the other day, and she said, "Oh man, there's school holidays, and I'm buying so much shopping because my children are eating and eating and eating and eating." I said, "Madam, do you know why they're eating and eating and eating?" She said, "Yes, because they're bigger and bigger and bigger." I said, "Madam, do you know why they're eating and eating and eating? If you give them food with very little nutrition in there, guess what? They can eat your whole house, your whole house. If you give them food that has lots of nutrition and lots of fiber, they can't eat. They will stop. So what it is the quantity of food you're giving them, the massive food you're giving them has very little nutrition. That's why they're having to eat mass to feed their hunger. And that's the key thing. So anyone that hasn't seen our presentation on preserving nutrition in the food, you need to book a presentation. Let us come to your home and show you a presentation that will blow your mind. And if you've seen one and you still are hungry, you need to see it again because you might have missed something. Yeah, so that's it. So Sharon, anything else before we get?
Yeah, so just going back to the statistics, today is part and parcel of us not being part of the statistics and taking care of ourselves better. I know you've got a bumper packed session today, Tony. I know it's bumper packed. So everybody take your notepads, your pens, and get ready to take away lots and lots of golden nuggets from our nutritionist, Tony Bello.
Well, guys, thank you, Sharon. What I'll say to you, Sharon, is fasten your seatbelts. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when you're going on a
Fasten.
ride of your lifetime, yeah, when you're going to travel to somewhere you love to travel to, what do they say? Fasten your seatbelts, yeah, and sit back, and your pilot is ready to take off, yeah. So myself and Jeremiah are going to be anchoring this. Jeremiah, when they're cooking, they're going to be talking to you about the nutrition in that food. You're going to see some foods that you've never seen before today. You're going to hear some stuff you've never seen before. If there's any doctor on the line, please let us know, because if you're a doctor, just send us a hi if you're a doctor, medical doctor, because guess what? Some of the medical terms that are in here, they're crazy. I don't want to do them a disservice. So some of you may have medical questions. I'm not a doctor. I'm a nutritionist, but I can tell you the terms. Yeah. So that's it. So we're gonna get started. So Sharon, thanks for that.
Absolutely.
And Jeremiah and the kitchen are on standby. So you should see my slide coming up very soon. Let's see if you can see it. Let me just make sure the slide, we always say live is life, isn't it? Yeah. So when we're live, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So can you see my slide? Is it?
Not
Okay.
yet.
Not yet? Okay, so that's why I say live is life. So you can't see it yet, but you will see it very soon. Let me just share. I hope I got my sound. I got the sound. Okay, so when you see my slide, just say, "Oh yeah."
Oh yes.
Is it in full screen? It's in full screen, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so you can see my slide. Great. So this class today is on immunity boosters and busters. Now, what do I mean about boosters and busters? Now, if you want to boost your immunity, there's certain things that you need to take. Now, if you're taking those things, there are such things as busters, and the busters are not allowing the boosters to work. So we need to kick the busters out. So some of you may be doing the right thing, yeah, but you're not getting the results that you're expecting because some of you are mixing boosters with busters. So I just want to make sure you understand that. So they do come together. So just let me just quickly move on. Okay, so you should be able to see myself on the slide. Yeah. Remember what I said?
Yes.
I said, you know what?
Mm.
I said to you before, the vehicles, your body is a vehicle for life. Your body is the only vehicle you have to take you through life. Now, your car is a vehicle for now. Should your car be in better condition than your body? Yeah. When was the last time you serviced your body? Some of you are thinking about coming on the Health Restore. Some of you are thinking about being on the Health Restore Club. There's no thinking about it. It's a daily thing. We use our bodies daily. Let's get on there. Yeah. So that's it. So as you know the drama, the salah, the certification. You don't need to worry about that now. You already know already. Let's go through the immune system basics. Okay. Now, the first thing, we need to understand the immune system. Yeah. Now, the immune system consists of the white blood cells, the thymus, the spleen, lymph nodes, lymph channels, tonsils, skin, mucous membrane, bone marrow, and also gut microbiome. Now, the immune system gives the body protection from bacteria, viruses, parasites, and tumors. See, the immune system is so important to us. It's unbelievable. So that's why this topic is so important. Now, let me just explain roughly how this works. How does the immune system work? Now, you've heard about the white blood cells. Yeah. You've also heard about, yeah, I hope you have, the pathogens. Yeah. Which are linked to the diseases that happen in the body. Yeah. Also, you've got infected cells and you've got antibodies. So all these things work together. So what you have is, if you look carefully at this small little animation of video, the white blood cells circulate looking for the pathogens or waiting to be alerted. When you'll see some pathogens coming in now, when the pathogens are detected, the white blood cells will now multiply and signal other immune cells. And what do? They destroy those or absorb those pathogens, yeah, or abnormal infection. Then what do? They produce antibodies, that the blue ones, yeah, so that the pathogens, once detected, if they come into the system again, they're detected and destroyed. Now, some of the actual antibodies will now stay into the body so that they can quickly recognize the same pathogens the next time if they come present. So that's how our immune system works. So our white blood cells are very important for us. Yeah. And obviously the pathogens are what we don't need, and the infected cells we don't need. And what we need to build is we need to build an immune system, and the antibodies protect us. Okay. So just quickly moving on from there. Now, did you know, Sharon, 70% of your immune system resides in your gastrointestinal tract? Yeah. Wow. So in your gut, 70% of your immune system is in your gut. Yeah. So what you will find is our gut microbiota, yeah, a system of bacteria and microorganisms in the person's gastrointestinal tract, helps foster proper development of immune cells, yeah, identifies invaders, gets immune cells to be the needed location, and then it enhances their infection fighting powers. There's a book that you should read called The Fiber Fueled. The Fiber Fueled, yeah, it says you can't separate the gut microbiota from the immune system. If you hurt one, you will hurt the other. 70%. That means it's so important for our gut to be in good condition. Because if our gut is not in good condition, then that's 70% of our immune system. That means if we're not eating right and we're not absorbing the right things, then guess what? We're in big problems with our immune system. Yeah. So Sharon, did you want to say anything on that before I move on?
That's absolutely amazing. So the question that I wanted to ask was, if 70% is in the gastrointestinal tract, the gut, so are we saying that the rest of the body is 30%, or is it actually spread all over the body?
It's spread on the slide I showed earlier. So
Okay,
of your mucus membrane, all kinds, it's all spread over. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing.
Now let's
much
talk about the boosters. Let's talk about the boosters. The boosters. Everybody on this call wants to know who the boosters are. Yeah. So let's talk about it. Now I'm going to talk about 10 boosters. Now, before I get to 10, I'm going to stop at 5 so that the chefs can start cooking and showing you what they're going to cook that's going to boost your immune system. And those of you that are on this call, and you take some notes about what they're cooking. Take some notes of the vegetables that you need to use and the fruits and so on that you to boost them. And then watch out for the busters later. Okay, so
Tony,
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but is there any way you can increase your audio?
Do you know what? That's the good question. I wish you'd said that earlier. Okay, so as we say, live is yeah.
Live is live.
Can you hear me now?
Better.
You can hear me now.
It's better. I don't know about other people. Please, if you're having any difficulty, please write in the chat.
Yeah. So Jeremiah, can you hear me? Jeremiah, can you hear me? Okay, good. All right, no problem. Jeremiah, so let's talk about 10 things we can do to boost our immune system. These are simple changes we can make in our kitchen or in our lifestyle that can have a big impact on our immune system. Okay? So let's look at them. What are the 10? Okay, so let's move to the next one. So the first thing is we need to eat more of antioxidant rich foods. Now, those of you who say, what is an antioxidant rich food? Okay, I'm going to show you. Don't worry. Don't ask the question. I'll show you. Now, when you eat more of antioxidant, you're talking about vitamin C. Talked about that before. We're talking about vitamin E. We're talking about beta carotene. Foods, these are foods with these foods, the antioxidant boost the immune functions and reduce the oxidative stress. Okay. But we want to get these from whole foods. Let's try and get them from whole foods rather than having to get them from supplements. Yeah. And the reason why we want to get them from whole foods is that the body can decide how much it needs. And what it doesn't need, it can discard. Yeah. So whole foods is designed that way so that when you eat the food, it will take what it needs from the food and discard what it doesn't need from the food. And that's very important for later on discussion. Okay? So let me just talk to you about them. Vitamin C. Jeremiah has been talking about vitamin C for since we started the show. So look what we have. Vitamin C, we have oranges, we have broccoli, we have lemon, we have strawberry, we have peppers. Yeah. These are all vitamin C, and there are more. Just so that, bell peppers, and there are more. So what does vitamin C do? They protect cells. Yeah. They destroy free radicals. They maintain skin, bones, and blood vessels. That's how far vitamin C. Okay. Okay. Now, moving on. Vitamin E. Yeah. Spinach. We know about spinach, don't we? We know about seeds.
Yes.
Yeah. We know about broccoli. We know about nuts. These are all things that are in our Health Restore program. Those of you that are on our Health Restore program, you already be enjoying these within your foods. Yeah. Or those of you that are in Best Food Clinic that get your food delivered, these are put into your food to give you the vitamin E and to increase your resistance to infection. Yeah, that's the vitamin E. So here, sweet potato, I love it. You've got the avocado. And remember, vitamin E is good for your skin too, isn't it? Yeah. Beta carotene, sweet potato. That beta carotene is that orange. That orange. When you see that orange in that vegetable, that's beta carotene. So what we have is we have sweet potato, we have carrots, mango. We had mango. Do you remember the mango salad last week? The mango salad, Sharon, do you remember that? Yeah?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was
How was that? How
delicious.
was the mango? How was the mango?
It was delicious,
It
absolutely delicious.
was delicious. It was delicious. It was delightful. It was nutritious. Yeah. Delicious, nutritious, delightful. Look, guys,
Mhm.
we have the food in Nigeria. Let's use it. Okay. So what does beta carotene? Now, beta carotene, simply put, is a double vitamin A molecule that increases
Wow.
our production of disease-fighting cells and reduces inflammation. It is the orange pigment you recognize in these foods. Now, some of you will say, dark leafy green. I can't see any orange in there. Did you say that, Sharon? I thought I heard you say that
I
just now.
did.
You said, I
Where's
thought
the
I heard,
orange?
I have that kind of mind that can hear before you speak. Yeah. Now, that's you see, the chlorophyll is covering up the orange in that dark. Yeah. So the chlorophyll is the green. But when you leave it for long, you will see the orange come out. Okay. And that's beta carotene. So moving on. So those are the three that I've mentioned. And what were these three for? These three were for what was, do you remember what these three were for? Yeah.
Beta carotene.
Yeah. So we've got three. These three were for, remember, look back. These were to eat what? Antioxidant rich foods. Yeah, that's what they were for. Yeah, and to boost immune function and reduce oxidative stress. Okay, so that's one thing. So that's one booster. So we've got a booster now. Done one booster, haven't we? Next booster, we eat, yeah, or supplement B vitamins. Yeah. So now, what are the B vitamins? Again, we've been through these before. Now we've got B6, yeah, which boosts production of immune cells and processing of antibodies. We've got B9 and B12, which support red blood cell function and immune cell synthesis. Now, look at it. Look what we have for the B6. What we have is we have the green vegetables, the beans, the sweet potato. I love sweet potatoes. The banana. I love banana. Nuts. Oh yeah, good. Whole grains. And then we have the B9s, broccoli, darky leafy green. Oh, these colors are just amazing. Look at the colors arrays
Wow.
there. Wow. And then we have the B12. Now the B12, you can either get from a supplement, yeah, or you can get from a food, for example, from milk, like milk, orange juice, or cereals. Okay, okay, so far, any questions before I move on?
When you say milk, I know it's there, but it's plant milks, isn't it? Plant-based milks,
We're not cows.
not cows, not
We're not
cows.
calves. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This is the actual milk that you make from almond milk, or plant-based milk. Okay, so now the third one is get plenty of vitamin D. Now, Sharon, if I said you need plenty of vitamin D, what's the first thing that goes through your mind? Where would you get your vitamin D
Um, for me, vitamin D and E is about the sun.
from? Exactly. You would
The
go for the
sun,
sun, isn't it? But do you
yes.
know that the average person doesn't stay enough in the sun to get enough vitamin D? Yeah. So
Yes.
what we need to do is explore where can we get vitamin D from. Okay. Now, research shows that vitamin D can reduce the risk of viral infection, including respiratory tract infections. Okay. Now you can get it from the sun, like you said, Sha, correct? You can
Oh,
get vitamin D's in supplement form and also as fortified in in plant-based milks and orange juice.
Mm.
But the one place, the one thing you should be eating on a daily basis that actually has vitamin D in is mushrooms. And if you look at our Health Restore program, you will see a lot of mushrooms in some of the dishes. Mushrooms kind of replace the meat in most of our dishes. So mushrooms are the only plant source of vitamin D. Did you hear what I said? The only plant source of vitamin D is mushroom. And what they do, they're like the human body. They take sun in like the human body, yeah? And then they turn it into vitamin D, just like a human.
Wow.
So that's what happens. So mushrooms, those of you that don't like mushrooms, start liking mushrooms, because that if you find that you're vitamin D deficient, then you need to take some mushrooms and you need to get yourself in the sun, or you can get it from supplement form. But I'd rather you get it from a whole food. Okay, so far we've done what? We've done 1, 2, 3. So what's the fourth one is now build a healthy gut microbiome with a fiber. Remember what we said, 70% of your immune system is in the gut. So if you're not building a healthy gut microbiome with for example, fiber, then you're going to have a problem. Okay, so let's look at what we say. So fiber is really one of the most important component of your diet. Remember, fiber is what makes us feel full. Yeah. Research show we need a minimum of 40 grams of fiber per day, and lots of water to process it. Yeah. Now you will not get fiber from meat, so don't say I'm eating meat. You don't get fiber from meat. You only get it from plants. Yeah. Processed fiber is available in supplements also. That's processed. Yeah. We recommend you get the fiber from whole foods so that you get the fiber in both forms. There's 2 forms of fiber, soluble and insoluble. Soluble is the one that will dissolve in water and then is broken down into a gel-like substance in part of the gut known as the colon. Insoluble fiber does not dissolve in water and is left intact, but it helps move the food through your gastrointestinal tract. So it helps get that food out of your system. So that's one. So Sharon, any questions before I move to the next slide?
No, it's very interesting how we have to separate the soluble from the insoluble.
Yeah, that's why we recommend you get your fiber from whole foods rather than from a supplement. Because when you get it from whole foods, the body will get both forms. Yeah. And as you can see, each form has its use in our gut. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Now, where we get fiber from? Plants, isn't it? Plants. So you've got the seeds, you've got the grains, you've got the fruits, you've got the vegetables, you've got all these fiber. Insoluble fiber. Remember we talked about insoluble fiber. What do we said with insoluble fiber? It moves, it doesn't dissolve, but it helps get rid of all these things. It removes excess cholesterol. It removes excess hormones. It regulates your blood sugar, and it removes carcinogens and toxins. Very, very important, that insoluble fiber. And let me just explain how this works quickly. Now you will see a picture, what fiber does specifically for your gut microbiome. You see a picture now, yeah? And you'll see the fiber. And this has a little bit of an animation, so I'm going to play it, yeah? So your gut microbiome is the composition of bacteria in our digestive system that can be helpful and also harmful. So it helps and it also can harm us, yeah? So when you eat fiber, yeah, what happens, let me just see if I can play this for you. When you eat fiber, what happens is our good bacteria in the gut converts into soluble fiber and resistant starch into what we call a short
chain fatty acids. And what these do is they fight inflammation, and they produce something called the prebiotic. Yeah. Now these are foods that healthy gut bacteria feeds on and multiplies. So what we want to do is we want to eat lots of fiber and resistant starch so that we have a lot of these. Yeah, so this is what we have. So basically, we just go through the process. What happens? Just let me show you again. Just let me play it again. What happens is you eat the fiber, the good bacteria in the gut converts it into soluble fiber and resistant starch. And what happens is this will help fight inflammation and produce those prebiotics. Okay, and that's what we have. And then we've got this short chain fatty acids. Okay, which later on will help us. Okay, so moving on. Now, abundance of good bacteria, which is what we're trying to do by having this, what does it do? It fosters development of our immune system. It identifies invaders. It gets immune cells to the needed location, and it enhances the function of our immune cells. That's what it does. Okay. Now, another thing I need to give you advice for is give your gut a rest. Some of you are snacking and snacking and snacking and snacking. And you know why you're snacking? Because you don't have much fiber in your diet and you don't have much nutrition. Now, when you're snacking, guess what? Your gut doesn't get time to rest because it's processing and processing. You need at least 13 hours rest per day. Your gut needs to rest for 13 hours so that it can actually do what it is. Now, if you don't give it that rest, then that's when we have some of these issues in our system whereby we have some illnesses, diseases, and so on. So we need to give it a rest. Now, some of you say, how can I give it a rest? You can give it a rest by eating the right food. Sharon, over to you.
Yeah, so 13 hours, that's mostly the whole day and some of the night. So what you're saying is that we should be taking the right type of food within that time frame, and that's
Exactly.
more fiber.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
I mean, to be honest with you, what it brings us to is like, obviously, when we sleep, which I'm going to talk about later, when we sleep, okay, we usually sleep for 7 to 8 hours. Yeah. So already 7 to 8 hours or 8 hours is already taken out of it, isn't it? So
Yes.
that means that we have now 5 hours during the day where our gut needs some rest.
Yes.
Now, if you really think about it, it's not good to eat late at night, is it? Yeah. So really, ideally, you shouldn't be eating, if you can help it, yeah, after maybe 8. In some cases before 8. But I'm just giving you. So if you don't eat after 8, then hopefully you've got another 2 to 3 or 4 hours there. Yeah. So you'll get that 13 hours if you follow the good practices. Yeah. I hope that's clear.
Yes, very.
Okay. Now I'm on the final one before we hit the chefs. So I'm giving the chefs some warning. I'm on the final one before we hit the kitchen and we have some fun. I mean, Sharon, how are you finding this? How you find? Have you learned something?
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Listen, guys, if you're on this call,
Absolutely amazing.
write on the chat how are you finding this, and if you have any questions, please let us know. Yeah. Okay. Now moving on. Now number 5 is get selenium and zinc from your whole foods. So we need these from our whole foods. Okay. Now I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to help you. So what are these? Yeah. Now selenium and zinc. These both support the production of immune system cells to fight infection. Yeah, that's a good thing, right? Yeah. Okay, selenium is a micronutrient, and adults need about 50 micrograms per day. 15 micrograms per day. Zinc is a mineral which boosts your white blood cells. Now remember, our white blood cells is what gives us the defense. And anything that can boost our white blood cells is fantastic. We need to have more of it. And that's where the zinc comes in. Okay. Now, just moving on. let's look at the oh, I forgot to show you the zincs. So the zincs are nuts, yeah, pumpkin seeds, beans, lentils, yeah, sesame seeds, yeah, sesame seeds. So look at that. These we see all the time in our Health Restore program. If you're buying food from Best Food Clinic, you see it there also. Okay. Okay. So, any questions, Sharon?
No, what I'm so happy about is that most of the food items that you mentioned are part of our Health Restore program. Most
Yeah.
of them, if not all of them, which is very pleasing, very
Good.
pleasing to the ear.
Well, that's why it's called Health Restore.
Yes,
We're eating the right, we'll
indeed.
restore your health.
Yes, yeah.
Please, those of you that are on the Health Restore and you haven't started, you need to start. Yeah. So that we can get going. Okay. So this is the last slide before we go to the cooking, go to the fun time. Now selenium, yeah, is a like we said, it's a micronutrient and adults need 50 grams. Now, where are you going to get it from? Now, you can get it from brown rice, yeah. Now, brown rice, yeah, you get 19 milligrams from brown rice. You can also get it from baked beans, yeah.
Oh,
Those of you that are used to thing, you get 13 milligrams from there. Now, the powerhouse, the superpower, the powerful power is Brazil nuts. 200 micrograms from Brazil nuts. So
wow.
if you're not used to having nuts, Brazil nuts, go and get yourself some Brazil nuts, and guess what? Just keep them on the table. Have them like use them to snack on, yeah, and something like that. So these are things that these are where you can get it from. So before we wrap up, so just remember, we're going to go to the kitchen, and then I'm going to come back from the kitchen, and I'm going to go through the next 5. So far, what have we done so far? Someone reminds me of what we've done so far. Write in the chat if you remember what we've done so far. So Sharon, can you remember what we've done so far?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I do. I've
Okay.
made my notes.
Okay. So
I've
what's
made
number
my
one?
notes.
Let's share with everybody. What's number one?
Okay, so you talked
Sharon,
about
Sharon, this is
70%
your
of
exam.
our so please don't mark me. 70% of our immune system resides in our gastrointestinal tract, which is the gut.
Great,
Then
great,
you
great, great.
went to talk about immune boosters and went through the different types of vitamins
Good.
from C, E, A, and B6. So, and
Good.
you mentioned the types of food that the vitamins have.
Okay.
And then you talked about the boosters, and then you went and talked about B12, which is mostly milk. Where we get that from is from milk and orange juice.
Okay, so let's go through the boosters. The boosters,
right.
number one, is antioxidant-rich foods, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And what are the antioxidants? The vitamin C,
Yes.
vitamin E, and beta carotene, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what we have. What's
Yes.
number two? What's number two?
B6, you said.
Yeah, number two is the B vitamins.
Yeah.
That can be got from food or supplements. Yeah, that's number two. Okay. And we talked about so many different vegetables for B6, which are the green vegetables, the beans, the potatoes. We talked about B9, the broccoli, the dark leafy. We talked about B12, the plant-based milk, orange cereal. So those are the ones for the B. Number three, what was number three? This one you'll remember. What's number three?
This is the vitamin D.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And where did we get it from?
Sun mostly, but it's whoa.
What's the only
Mushrooms.
plant-based vegetable?
Mushrooms.
The only plant-based vegetable source from a vegetable is vitamin D is mushroom, because the mushroom acts like the skin, doesn't it? And it takes it all in and it changes it into vitamin D. Number four, can you remember that one?
You know, you're talking so fast, my pen was
The gut,
microgut, that's it. Gut,
and what do we need? We need that gut. Exactly. We need that gut healthy, don't we? We need it healthy.
Yeah.
So getting it healthy means that what we need is we need to get fiber, and we need on average 40 grams of fiber per day. And we know we've gone through the kind of places you get fiber from, but you can get vitamin D You can get it from a supplement, but we'd rather you get it from a whole food. And what's the reason why we said we'd rather get it from a whole food? Do you remember?
It's high in fiber.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
because from a whole food, you have two types,
Yes.
the soluble and the
Insoluble.
insoluble.
Yes.
And the insoluble helps us get rid of a lot of things from our system. Yeah. And that's what we said. So, and that's what we ended up. And then what the final thing, the fifth one
You talked
was
about selenium and zinc
exactly.
and
Yeah.
where that comes from.
Exactly. And those help us with the production of immune cells to fight infection. Remember, we said selenium is a micronutrient,
Yeah.
and adults need how much of that do they need? 50 micrograms. And zinc
Okay.
is a mineral which boosts the white blood cells. That means it helps our defense, building our defense from that angle. Okay, and we'll get that. So on that note, we are now finishing the slides. So we've finished the slides. So we're going on now. Do we have the kitchen? Do we have the kitchen? Let's see if we've got the kitchen coming in. Yeah. So we have the kitchen. How are we doing? Can you hear us? The twins.
No,
You're okay. I thought you couldn't say anything. You were like, "Dee, dee, dee, dee." So Chef Jessica, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Chef Rose, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Look,
morning.
now, I want to say something, everybody. Chef Jessica and Chef Rose, they're amazing. Please just say to them, you are amazing. Yeah, it's due. It's due. You are amazing. The things that these chefs have done, I haven't seen chefs in Nigeria do. Now, we've got some surprises for some of you later. Listen, if you look, we want to go whole food, we want to go healthy. We're fed up of all this food that's processed, and everything is coming fresh from Chef Jessica and Rose. Okay, so Chef Rose and Jessica, what are you cooking for us today?
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be on the show today, and you are all welcome. So today I'm going to be making lentils, cauliflower with tacos.
Hello,
Fantastic.
everyone. I'm so happy and excited because we're going to make a yummy pesto veggies for you. You are going to love it.
Fantastic. So while we're waiting, who's going first?
I'm
Who's going
going
first?
first. Jessica
Okay.
is going first.
Okay, so get ready. I'm just gonna bring Jeremiah in because Jeremiah is gonna get started. So please, can you get ready? We're gonna do it now. We're gonna start now. So we're not gonna. So Chef Jessica, yeah, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Jeremiah?
I'm fine, sir. I'm fine, sir.
Good. All right. So
Excited.
Jeremiah is going to give me a break, yeah, so that we can see. He's gonna tell you what Chef Jessica is doing. So Chef Jessica, over to you. Over to you.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So I'm going to start first by washing my hands, and then we get started immediately.
Jeremiah, while we're waiting for Chef Jessica to come along, so what do you want to share with us? What are the key things that you'd like everyone to remember for what we said so far?
Okay, wow. What we said so far has been so powerful and educative. I was taking notes and I was just in a lot of things down. So
Hey, wait. Did you hear that? The nutritionist was taking notes. Come on. That means this is a good show. Okay.
it's a very, very good show.
Okay, cool.
Very,
Okay,
very good show.
all right, so
Seeing the list of the immune boosters you've listed, from the antioxidants to the vitamin B to the vitamin D to the fiber to the selenium to the zinc, they are all powerful information and all with good examples to know the foods that contains these vitamins and how to carry on with them. I'm talking about the health store, making those things available for us. It's wonderful in order to save us from the stress of cracking our head. Oh, what do I eat today? Look at this list. Oh, what do I take today? So it's amazing. It's amazing.
fantastic. All I say to everybody is don't worry. Some of you are saying, boy, there's so much to remember. There's nothing to remember. Join the Health Restore and just follow the program. And everything that we said today is on that program. That's it. So over to you, Chef Jessica, and over to you, Jeremiah. I'm taking a break.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, first I'm going to start by cutting off my garlic, and I'm going to be grating this whole, slicing this whole.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
Okay, so garlic.
Yes, a whole bowl. I was just going to ask the question. That's a whole bowl with the skin on, with the bark on. Jeremiah, what's the benefits of that?
Wow, wow. That's seeing the garlic is wonderful. And you know, garlic is part of the Hallium family. And those Hallium family help to lower blood pressure and fight against cancer. So by cutting it, we call it wounding. So when you cut a garlic, it means you have wounded the garlic. So we call it wounding. And there's an enzyme that comes out of it when you wound the garlic. And that enzyme is called allicin. So this allicin is very good. It helps in fighting those parasites in our body. It helps fighting bad bacteria in our body. It helps fight fungi in our body. So she cutting this now makes the allicin to be available for we to maximize it very, very well in our body. So that's one of the important things of the garlic. So the garlic is part of the Helium family, and it's very, very good immune booster. Very, very amazing. Very amazing.
Is it safe to eat the bark of the garlic? Because normally,
Yes.
most people, they peel that off, don't they?
You can. It's safe to eat it. It's safe to
Okay.
eat it. Yes. So it's good. It's good you do that. And one of the important things we should know about the garlic is the major enzyme that is there, which is the allicin. And it's important we allow the allicin to release.
What's Alison? Who is she?
Yeah. Didn't get you?
What's Alison?
Yes. You say what?
What is Alison? You
Okay,
mentioned
it's the
Allicin.
enzyme found in the garlic.
Okay, it's an enzyme. Okay.
Yes. Yes. So it needs to be kept for 5 to 10 minutes before applying heat to it. And why we do that is so that the allicin will be released all over the garlic and your body will be able to maximize it. So it's important your body maximize the enzyme in the garlic. So it's important to know what you absorb.
Okay, so Jeremiah, 1 second. Chef Jessica, yeah? Can you just show us what you have in there right now? Because you did some things, I think, did you do an onion? Or what was that just now?
Yeah, I just cut the onion.
Okay, can you put it closer to the camera so we can see it? Yeah? So you cut some onions. So all you did was cut some onions there, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
Yeah, okay. So you've also got the garlic, isn't it? The garlic, yeah?
Yeah, the garlic.
Yeah, this is the garlic that you cut. Now, why did you cut the garlic first? As Jeremiah said, because you want to release the allicin, the enzyme?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes, to release allicin, yes.
So is that why you didn't put it straight? That's why you didn't put it straight in. Take it, yeah?
Yes, because you have to leave it for 10 minutes for the allicin to go off before you put it in.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So just for the viewers, please, when you're doing this, don't just put your garlic straight in because you need to leave it, like Jeremiah says. So Jeremiah, over to you. Oh, so what's next? What are you doing next? Sorry, he's going to do something.
Yeah. So I think you should leave it so your body will be able to maximize it. Like you said, you are what you absorb. So you need enough of the allicin so your body will be able to absorb it. And also the onions is part of the Hallium family. These are good immune boosters, very powerful immune boosters. And one of the things they call the Hallium family is nature pharmacies. So you don't need to go worrying about drugs and all this kind of thing. Nature has its own pharmaceutical elements that it helps the body with. And those pharmaceutical elements are in the Hallium family, which you have your garlic and your onions.
Okay. So what's next now?
The cauliflower.
Okay.
Wow.
Cauliflower.
Yes, yeah, the cauliflower. When I saw that, I said the Cruceros family again. Like it's a very, very important family, food family in the vegetable food line. In those family, we also have the broccoli and the Brussels sprout. So, but one of the things about the cauliflower is in those family, they have special antioxidants and how they work in the body. But for the cauliflower, the antioxidant found in it is called anthocyanin. So what that does is that it specifically work on the LDL cholesterol, the LDL cholesterol, and it's also high in vitamin C. Yes, it's one of the vegetables that is high in vitamin C and has very, very low amount of sugar. So most of the vitamin C that we have today contains some amount of sugar in it, but the cauliflower especially is high in vitamin C and has low amount of sugar and also known for fighting cancer. So this is very, very wonderful. This is very, very powerful. Like you said in the first time, antioxidant is one of the thing we need to boost our immune system. So it's a very, very good antioxidant that helps work on your LDL level. You know, most people know about the sugar level and the high blood pressure, and what about the LDL level? So the Cruceros family works perfectly for that. And one of the Cruceros family that function well in that is the cauliflower.
Fantastic.
That's
Fantastic. So,
fantastic.
Chef Jessica, can we see it? Can we see it, please? Can we see it? Okay,
Wonderful.
so what we have there is it looks like cabbage, doesn't it? Looks like cabbage, but that's cauliflower. Cauliflower. Oh, look, it's nice and cut, nicely cut. Okay, thank you. So
Yeah.
what's next, Chef Jessica?
Okay, so then I'm going to be using my So I'm going to be adding the cauliflower and the onions.
Okay, so we're going to cook it, are we? Are we going to cook it?
Yeah,
Okay, we're cooking. Okay.
we are cooking now.
I believe there's a question on the chat. If somebody can just help with the question.
Yes, I have a look at that.
What's that, Chef Jessica?
This is lentils.
Wow.
Jeremiah, over to you.
Yeah, this is another immune booster. This is powerful. Like you said, one of the things that lentils contain is our zinc. So one of the things zinc does is to boost the white blood cells to help us fight against bacteria and free radicals. So one of the advantage of lettuce is that it's easily affordable and available to us, and it can be used in different varieties of meal. So lettuce is one of the very, very important immune booster because it's rich in zinc. It also helps you fight against cancer. It helps you with constipation, and it also contains a level of fiber in it. So the lentils is very, very, very good. This is a wonderful combination. Very, very wonderful combination.
Okay.
Very,
Can I
very good.
just refer to the question? Somebody's asking, are we to do the same thing with the onions like you do with the garlic, leaving it to sit for some time before use? Or you don't need to do that with the onions?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You don't?
No.
It's just garlic.
It's just garlic.
Okay.
Garlic's
Garlic.
it's a special one. That if you put just the garlic here, you won't get that allicin. That means you'll just get, but it's like you'll just get what's in the, but that allows it to come out. That means you've got that enzyme that comes out. So you get more for your garlic when you cut it and leave it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope that's answered your question.
Yes.
And then there's another question.
Oh, before the questions come in, can we let them finish cooking?
Yes,
so that
of
they can-
course.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What's that, please?
This is a spice mix. Here I have a whole oregano, paprika, black pepper,
Okay.
and lemon and garlic powder,
Okay.
and also cumin.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Wow. Those are very, very good spice. Very,
And
very wonderful
Beautiful
spice
looking
to boost your immune system.
colors.
Yeah.
Can I just
And the
clarify something with you? Did you
Yeah.
use any lettuce?
Lettuce.
Yes.
You did? Because somebody's asking that the lettuce looks like carrots. Please clarify.
Where's the lettuce? Did you use lettuce?
Yes, I did. This one is called red lentils. You can also use the green or the brown one. Just use the color, depending on the color that you want.
Did you say lettuce or lettuce?
Lettuce.
No, I don't
Lettuce.
think we use lettuce.
I didn't see any lettuce being
No,
used.
lentil, not lettuce.
Lentils. Yes.
Lentil, not lettuce.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's lentils.
just
The
in the
red
pro-
split.
just in the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else, Jessica, before we move over?
Yeah, I'm going to be adding in the garlic now.
Oh,
Wow.
by the way, this
Garlic,
is the powerful garlic with not the garlic that you just cut and put in. This is the garlic with Alison. Yeah, we waited for Alison.
Yeah.
We waited for Alison. So we have more for our garlic.
Good old Alison.
Okay.
Yeah, listen has been released.
Oh, it's covering
All
it.
right, so
Fantastic.
I'm going to cover this now. Allow this to cook on a very low heat.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So are we done with you now?
Yes, we are done.
You're done. Fantastic. I'm sorry to rush you, but Jeremiah, is there anything else you want to say on what they've put in, or any other things that you wanted to say?
This is fantastic. This is fantastic. One of the things we should look out is the colors. We see different varieties of colors, and we know how your color in your food can be so powerful, and how it maximizes the nutrients in there. So you can see it has different varieties of colors, so you know it has different varieties of nutrients. This is an adequate nutrient and an immune booster for the body.
Okay,
Fantastic.
can I just ask you, what was the name of that dish that you just prepared, Chef Jessica?
Okay, the name of the food that I just prepared is lentil with tacos and cauliflower.
Okay. So what it's called is lentil cauliflower
Flour,
tacos.
Yeah.
Lentil cauliflower tacos. Yeah.
Wow.
Lentil cauliflower tacos. Okay, great.
Yeah. Are we good?
Okay.
Are we good now?
Yeah, very
Right.
colorful.
Great. So just for those people that didn't hear me, hopefully you can see it on your screen now.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
food preparation time's over. Now, just let's do a little bit of a test. So what is our first one? What did we say our first booster was? What's our first one? Jeremiah, what was our first one?
Antioxidant.
What's the second one? Sharon, what's the
Vitamin.
second one?
Vitamin E.
I like that one. Vitamin E, yeah? Yeah? What's that?
Yeah.
And that's the antioxidants.
Spinach, seeds, broccoli, nuts,
Okay.
mango,
Okay.
avocado.
What's the second booster? Second booster.
Vitamin B.
Vitamin B. And the third booster. What's the third booster?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D. And the fourth
Yeah.
booster?
Beta carotene.
Yeah. No. The fourth one is the microbial gut with fiber.
The gut with fiber. Yeah.
Yes.
And the fifth one?
Selenium and zinc.
Selenium, zinc.
Exactly. Those are the 5. Now, guess what? We are now moving over to 6. And look carefully at number 6. Those of you that... Number 6. Well, by the way, we're going to go back to the kitchen after the slides so that you can see Chef Rose do her dish. Now, the next one is eat non-helm iron foods. Now, some of you are going to say, what's the iron? What's non-hem? Non-hem? Yeah. Okay, we're going to go through that. What is non-hem? Okay, so iron first. First, we need to understand is iron is necessary for the immune cell proliferation and maturation, particularly in, as you can see, the lymphocytes associated with generating specific responses to infection. Now, too much iron encourages the formation of carcinogens. So you've got to be careful because iron is good, but too much iron can encourage the formation of carcinogens. Yeah. Scientists also found evidence that excess iron can contribute to the formation of those of you that are familiar with Alzheimer's, yeah, what you have is the beta amyloid plaque in the brain. Yeah, so that's what you have there. So there are several reasons to be careful about how much iron we're getting and what form it is in. It comes in two forms. It comes in as you can see, hem iron, and it comes in non-hem iron. So what is it? The iron in red meat, supplements, cookware, is the highly absorbable form called hem iron. So that's the iron that you find in red meat, in supplements, and in cookware. These are highly absorbable forms of iron, which are called hem iron. Yeah. And they are stored and tend to accumulate in the body over time. Now, too much accumulation of them can be very dangerous. Yeah. The healthiest source of iron comes from beans, dark leafy greens, which carry it in a special form called non-hem iron. Your body easily absorbs this form when it is in need of more iron, but the iron passes harmlessly out of the body when we have all we need. So what happens is when you remember we talk about having your supplement, having your vitamins, having in a whole food. Now, again, when you take it in greeny leaves, beans, and so on, what's happening is non-hem. So the body takes what it needs to absorb and expels the rest. Okay. Okay. So Sharon, do you have any questions on that, or did you learn something new about iron today?
I've learned a lot of things about non-hem iron.
But let me give you a test. So what's a hem iron?
Okay.
You know where you get hem iron from? Red meat,
Yes, of course, red meat
supplements, and
supplements.
guess where the surprising one comes from? Your cookware.
Yes.
Your cookware. Yeah. I remember with non-hem iron, we taking it from plant-based beans, dark leafy greens, and so on. Okay. Okay. So let me just move to the next slide for you. Okay. So tip.
Wow.
Now I want to give this tip is important before we go into all this other stuff. Now, if you have someone that's anemic, and we covered this anemic topic before, and they're anemic, that means their iron levels are low. Now, you've got to be careful. If someone's anemic and their iron levels are low, but they're taking iron in, but they're not absorbing the iron, the reason why they're not absorbing the iron is because what's happening is sometimes they will find that the dairy products are blocking it. So dairy has been shown to interfere with the absorption of iron and vitamin D. So you can be going to get vitamin D, but if you're now having dairy, like milk, like cheese, yeah, that can be interfering with your absorption of iron and vitamin D. Okay? Think about that for a minute. So both iron and vitamin D are related to having healthy immune systems. Okay? And dairy products suppress their absorption. So did you know that, Sharon?
I didn't know that. I didn't,
Yeah.
not at all.
Okay, so that's it.
Yes, I think that basically we have to be focusing more on non-dairy products for this anemic and iron level to be managed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So good. Now, just to help you,
Cool.
hem iron,
Yes.
red meat, supplements, cast iron. Okay, that's a hem iron. Okay, again, non-hem iron, beans, dark leafy greens. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's the one we want. Now, number 7. Yeah, there we go. So, can you see what's on your screen? Jeremiah,
Yep. Yes, I can see it.
read it out.
Eat rich food daily.
Sharon, have a read of it.
Sulforaphane.
And sulforaphane.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, everyone says that word sulforaphane. Oh my gosh, it's a mouthful, isn't it?
It is
It's a mouthful. So we have to eat the mouthful. Yeah,
Mouthful.
yeah,
Yeah.
isn't it? Eat sulforaphane-rich foods daily.
Sulforaphane rich food.
Now, some people go, what on earth is sulforaphane-rich foods? Okay. Now, firstly, we need to eat. Sorry, sulforaphane is, as I say, yeah. It's a you know like you saw the what you saw just now was the I think you saw what was it they cut today? That was cruciferous vegetables. That
Cauliflower.
was cauliflower. Yeah. Now broccoli is one too. Yeah. So that's what we have. Now what it does, it protects from cancer in many ways, like activating enzymes to detoxify, shuts down blood flows to tumors, and it even promotes self-destruction of cancer cells. So this is good. Also shuts down inflammation pathways that lead to cell death, yeah, and endotoxin. We have detoxifies free radicals, sorry, reduces the beta amyloid plaque for Alzheimer's patients. Also regulates the immune systems, flips the body into fat burning mode. So those of you that want to fat burn, yeah, that you might have too much fat, that you have that. Combats bacteria and fungal infections, suppresses inflammation of arteries, yeah. So guys, those of you that have issues with arteries, this is good. Increases the production of butyrate, and what is that? Good bacteria that kills colon cancer. Yeah, so that's what it is. So just going through, what are these cruciferous vegetables? You've seen already. Broccoli, cabbage, kale, yeah. And some of them you might not have seen. You might want to explore some of these vegetables too. Yeah, some of you might not have seen some of these vegetables. You might want to explore them. Yeah, so just write the names down that you might want to go and look into and see what you get from them. Okay? Now, the good news for you, yeah, if you want sulforaphane, what you have is you'll see that Brussels broccoli sprouts have 100 times more than broccoli. So what you could do is you could get broccoli sprouts and find that you get enough of it to be able to fight and combat the lifestyle issues that we have. Okay, Sharon, over
Yes,
to you.
we have to start growing our own vegetables.
Well, you know what? That's the way the world's going now.
Yes.
Because if you really want to know, remember we talked about dirty dozen?
Oh,
Remember?
yes.
The dirty
dirty
dozen
dozen.
and the clean. What do we say? The clean, yeah, 15.
Yes.
Now, does anyone know what the dirty dozen or clean 15 is? What do we mean by dirty dozen?
It's a film.
The dirty dozen are vegetables that have the most pesticides. They're grown with the most pesticides when you cook them. So,
Oh.
those vegetables that are on the dirty dozen, yeah, you find that those vegetables are high. They use a lot of pesticides on them. Yeah, those that are on the clean 15, those are the cleanest ones that have the least pesticides or none at all. That's why the best thing you can do is have organic. That way, and so use that list to find out which vegetables should you grow yourself. And the vegetables you should grow yourself in your own garden are probably the dirty dozen.
The clean, oh, the dirty dozen.
The dirty dozen.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
That's it.
thank you for that explanation. I've been waiting for it.
Oh, I bet you'll be waiting for this one. Number
Yes.
8, get
Hey,
adequate sleep. Now look at this. Inadequate sleep has shown to reduce immune functions. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we have. And so that's number 8. Yeah. So guess what? Like we said before, a man needs, I don't know why they say we're equal, but they take 1 hour from the men. Why should we have 1 hour less sleep than women? Yeah. It says a man needs 7 to 8 hours sleep, whereas a woman needs 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Yeah. That is
Wow.
what they call adequate. Yeah. So now getting too little sleep can have a direct impact on your cardiovascular, yeah, and your endocrine system and your immune function. They did a study of 22,000 people, plus published in JAMA Internal Medicine, found that direct correlation to sleep and wellness, measuring the common cold occurrence. Those who slept the least contracted colds more often than those who slept more. And you can see the graph here. You can see the less they slept, the more chance they had to catch the cold. Yeah, which
Oh.
means their immune system was down. Is that clear?
Yes.
Any questions on that? Sharon, do you get 8 to 9 hours sleep?
Not really. It's much less.
Well, your immune system is needs some help. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've managed for years and not having too much sleep.
Well, Sharon, it's the years that catch up with us later.
Okay, I've
Yeah.
heard it. I've
So
heard
I think we need to increase the number of hours of sleep we get.
So can I ask a question? Where
Yeah.
people are not able to get that number of hours of sleep, taking naps, short naps during the day, is that enough? Or can it kind of make up for the lack of hours of sleep in the night?
Well, I don't know whether they're saying 8 hours continuous, but I would assume they would be saying that. But I suppose you could probably get away with sleeping 2 hours here, 6 hours there. But normally, I think it's usually measured based on a continuous sleep. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay.
I think that test would have been based on continuous sleep. Yeah? Now, sleeping less than 6 hours, which sounds like you, Shan. Yeah. Now, what it says here is that in 2015, a study was done. He and her team experimental exposed people to cold virus after assessing their typical sleep, and those who slept 6 hours or fewer were roughly 4 times likely to develop a biologically verified cold, yeah, than those who slept more than 7 hours. So there you have it. If you find that you're catching colds, if you're finding a little bit fluish, if you're finding a little bit not feeling under the weather, it could be that you're sleeping less than 6 hours. Yeah, that good? Sleeping less than 6 hours, 4 times more likely to get cold. So it's affecting your wellness. Your sleep is affecting your wellness. And then finally, an article in the Daylight Saving Time and how it affects sleep. So this one, a study found getting 1 hour less sleep for 2 weeks, yeah, had the same effect on thinking and motor skills as going without sleep for 2 full nights. Can you see that?
Yes.
1 hour less sleep, yeah, for 2 weeks. It was the same as going as if you had 2 full nights less sleep. Yeah. A good night's sleep will positively alter the DNA of your immune system. So if you have a good night's sleep, then your immune system DNA, yeah, cells, so it will improve. Yeah. And then also it will reduce inflammation. I bet you didn't know sleep that's is so important. I know it's not nutrition, but it's sleep. Yeah. And now, are you ready for number 9?
Yes, we are.
What do you think number 9 is going to be? Tell me.
Ah,
Sorry?
Exercise.
You think it's going to be exercise? Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Because it's
Is that what you
there.
said?
It's
It's
there.
Oh, you can see my screen. Oh, that was not fair.
I'm not gonna lie. I won't say I'm super
Oh,
intelligent.
that's not fair. Why is my screen showing? That shouldn't have happened. That should not have happened. I'm going to take my screen off now so you can't see that. I didn't know you can see my screen. You should have told me all this time. You should have told me you can see my screen.
No.
Let me start my screen up again so you can't see it. I thought you were nice people.
Does that mean everybody can see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, okay.
I thought you were nice
I thought you
people.
did that deliberately.
No, I didn't do that. Yeah, I thought you were nice people. Didn't know you were
So,
like that.
audience, if you have anything that you'd like to ask, any questions or things you need clarifying, please do write into our chat box and we'll attempt to answer them for you.
Yep,
Thank you.
definitely. Okay, so we'll get back to where I was without my screen, hopefully.
Exercise.
Yeah.
There's every possibility we're going to get number 10.
Okay, so yeah, so next time, number 10, I'll catch you out. Don't worry. Okay, so number 9. Sorry. Sorry about that. That's a technical hitch that I had there. So as you got the booster, yeah, number 9, booster is exercise. So we need exercise. What we recommend is you do 30 minutes of walking. I recommend that per day. 30 minutes of walking per day, that's good. And do some exercise. Exercise produces a dynamic increase in gut bacteria. This is largely due to an increase in what we call our short chain fatty acids. That's your fiber that's broken down. And produces and improves our intestinal integrity. Yeah. So in a study that it found over 40%, it was over 40% increase in humans. So it was increased over 40%. So exercise is beneficial because it stabilizes blood sugar. It reduces the cyclorides, and then also it empties the stomach faster, reducing acid reflux. So exercise is good. I've noticed that a lot when I exercise. Yeah. Okay, so just that. Next one is manage stress. Some of you are very stressed. You need to manage stress in a way. So how do you manage? Well, you need to make sure that you are managing that stress in a certain way so that you don't have this problem. So just moving on, managing stress, what you have, you need to start deep breathing. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, in, out. And then you need meditation. Some of you will do meditation. Some of you will walk for 30 minutes. Just being outdoors, not doing anything work related. Some of you have pets, yeah, that you have that can help you manage your stress in a healthy way. So that's what we have now. So just summarizing before we go to the cooking. So you can see here, the first one, so I've done the 10 boosters now. The first one is eat antioxidants. Second one is eat, B vitamins or vitamin Bs. Eat or supplement. Third one, get plenty of vitamin D. Fourth, build a healthy gut microbiome with fiber. 6, yeah, get selenium and zinc. And Sharon, carry on. What's the next one?
Did you get up to 6?
Yeah, what's the next one?
Yeah, so number 7 is eat
No, 6.
Oh, 6, eat non-hemp iron foods.
Yeah.
which you gave lots
Okay.
of examples of
Yeah.
what those are. And number 7 was eat sulforaphane-rich food daily.
Number 8,
Is get adequate sleep.
number 9,
And number 9 is exercise regularly.
and finally, number 10.
Manage stress in the most healthiest ways.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you can see, food is an important part to our immune system, how it functions, what it can do to protect us, and the specific foods we need to strengthen and grow it. Remember what we said, 70% of our immune system is where, Sharon?
In the gut.
Fantastic. So you ignore the gut, you're in problems.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah.
this sounds nice.
We've got, before we start talking about the busters, yeah, let's talk about a little bit more boosters. So do we have the kitchen there? Do we have the kitchen? I know what's heating up in the kitchen. What's heated up in the kitchen? Okay, so we have there. We can't hear you. We can see you.
Hello.
Hello,
Okay.
hello.
Yeah, we are enjoying the show.
Fantastic.
Hello.
So
Yeah.
how is our food going along? How's our food going? How's our
Going
food
on
going?
well.
Hello.
Those of you
Smoothly.
that live in VI, go and collect your food from the office. Yeah. Because this food they're cooking is for you. So if you live in VI, go to the kitchen and go to the kitchen Best Food Clinic in VI and collect your food. Okay, so over to you, Chef Rose. Is it you? So what are you cooking for us today?
Making pesto veggies.
Pesto veggies. Okay. I've heard
Wow.
of pesto, but I've never heard of veggies. Yeah. So pesto veggies. Okay. So
Yes.
over to you. Over to you.
Okay. Before I start, let me quickly wash my hands.
Okay. So while you're washing your hands, let's talk, Jeremiah. So what
Yes.
is it? What can we expect here in terms of boosters?
I think we'll spread a lot of great different varieties of food and delicacies.
Fantastic.
So see, I'm seeing her holding something. Chef Rose, what's that?
Sweet potato.
Sweet
Well,
potato.
the camera is in
Wonderful.
front of you. We're not behind you. We're in front of you.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato. Okay. Okay. Sweet potato.
Sweet
Okay.
potato. Yeah,
Okay.
that's wonderful. That's a very great food. Very great food. One of the things about sweet potatoes is that it helps in preventing weight gain. And another thing is that the carbohydrates found in potatoes, the main nutrient found there is for the brain. So is the brain source of energy is majorly found in potatoes, and potatoes have different varieties of colors that I think we can actually go with, even though you don't see this particular color, you can actually go with different colors. So those colors, because of the colors, they have certain function that they perform. So one of the things about potatoes is that it has a high level of potassium,
Right.
even potassium higher than some vegetables, and potassium higher than bananas. Yes, that's said to be found. The potassium found in potatoes higher than bananas. So this is a very, very good delicacy. This is a very, very good food. So pesto veggies. Wow. I can't wait to see the outcome of this.
You know what I noticed is that they don't peel their potatoes.
Yeah.
And that's usually a very good sign. It means they understand the benefits of what's just under the skin of the potato. Yeah. So that's very nutritious. Okay. So Chef Rose, try and look in front of you. Don't look up. We're in front of you. We're in front. We're not up. She keeps looking up. Yes, look this way. No. Look up, look this way. Cameraman, tell her which camera to look at. Okay. Yeah. So there we are. So that's the onions. Okay. So is that onions? What's that?
Onion.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Over to you. Yeah.
Wow, onions. Yeah, part of the allicin family we talk about, the helium family we talk about. And like I said before, it is known as nature pharmacy. And it's a great immune booster. In short, the helium families are great immune booster. So like she just slicing the onions, bring out the allicins from the onions directly. And this help boost your immune system. This helps lower the rate of cancer. This helps fight parasites. This helps fight bacteria. This helps fight fungi in the body. So the onion is great. It's great. One of the powerful immune boosters. Awesome.
Great. So what we have in there so far is sweet potatoes, and we have onions. Oh, we're looking up now. Yeah. Okay, you're in the right place now. Oh, those look like
Is that
yeah,
mushrooms?
yeah, that's
The
mushroom.
mushroom.
Yeah. So Jeremiah, carry on.
Yes.
Chef Jessica, don't wait for us. We can see.
like like we talked about the mushroom, a very great source of vitamin D, very, very great source, and the only plant source of vitamin D, which makes it special to get. One of the things about mushroom we need to also know is that it contains antioxidants, and those antioxidants helps protect the cells. Very, very important, protect the cells. And also, we've known it to help fight cancer, most especially prostate cancer found in men. So like your fiber, which contains soluble and insoluble fiber, your mushroom also, we have the dried and we have the fresh. And science has found out that when you eat 10 grams of the fresh daily, it helps reduce 65% of prostate cancer, most especially in men. And also when you eat the dried, let's say 4 grams per day, it also helps reduce 47%, lowering prostate cancer in men. So
before
the
we go
mushroom
further, Chef Jessica, you put some liquid in there. What's that liquid you put in there? Chef Rose, sorry. You put some liquid in there. Okay?
It's the pesto sauce.
Pesto sauce. Okay.
Yes.
So where will we get pesto sauce from?
I made it myself. We made it with spinach, basil, olive oil.
So you
black
made, so
pepper.
this is Best Food Clinic pesto sauce.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. No preservatives, I take it. No preservatives. Okay.
That's
So over to you. What do you have?
Yeah, I can see this.
Spinach.
Spinach. Okay, go on.
Awesome. So like we said about the spinach, is an example of a non-heme iron. So for the immune boosters, we talked about taking non-heme iron because of the amount of non-heme iron food which you can find in our spinach, which is very, very, very good. It's you see now the food is even getting very, very colorful. I've not even gotten to the end of it. So our potatoes, our mushroom, our spinach, and our pesto veggies being made from different plant sources, which is awesome. And I can see her adding, I think that's the tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Yes, tomatoes. Yes, tomatoes.
Oh, powerful, powerful, powerful. It also contains an antioxidant called lycopene. Lycopene. So, and those lycopene, you can get it 4 times when it's being cooked. And it's very, very important for men. Yes. One of the things lycopene is does very important for men and also prevents prostate cancer for men. So it's good men take good amount of tomatoes or food containing lycopene daily, and also for, like I talked about, the mushroom. So it's good you also take good amount of mushroom daily to also help against prostate cancer for men, and good source of vitamin D that helps you strengthen your bones. So one of the things we talked about in the immune booster is going for exercise. So having strong bones. So combining your exercise with the mushroom makes your bone more healthy, So I can see she's adding something else again.
What is that, Chef?
Rice, cooked brown rice.
Cooked brown rice.
Yes, yes.
Awesome.
Okay. Wow.
I'm going to add some more pesto sauce.
Wow.
Wow, all these things are just fitting in. We talked about the brown rice, which contains good amount of selenium that we should be taking daily. So this is a very good combination. This is a very good combination. I can see it's also colorful. also
You got-
colorful.
Yes, you got
I
your
can't
whole
wait.
grain. You got your whole grain in there, yeah? Slow down, slow down. Yeah. So we've got it there. So you're just gonna put it in like that. What I like is you just put it all in like that. Wow. This is, you don't bother
Wow.
to mix it. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Fantastic.
There's a question.
Mhm.
Somebody's asking has observed that it seems like the back of the sweet potato was peeled. Kindly explain.
No,
I
it
don't
wasn't
think-
peeled.
It wasn't.
was
It was
washed.
not
It was not peeled. It was washed.
the reason
Just
it was not
It was washed.
washed, not
washed
peeled.
and
It
cleaned.
was washed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was washed. It's just washed very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think they're gonna put it on.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
This is wow.
So I think
Very wholesome.
yeah, I think what we have to say here is like all I can see in there is nutrients. That's what I can see. I can see nutrients plus nutrients plus nutrients plus nutrients. And what I can also see is fiber plus fiber plus fiber plus fiber. And that can only be fantastic for our gut immune system. Yeah. I can see non-hem ions. Yeah. And that's where we have spinach. Yeah. And spinach is combined because remember the spinach, we say that the body can't absorb the iron from spinach without having vitamin C or something combined with the spinach to help it absorb it. And we have that in there too. Fantastic. And then we have the whole grains. We have the whole grains. And then guess what? So those people that are worried about what's this thing called? When you were talking about cancer in men. You were talking about cancer in men. What were you saying?
The lycopene.
The lycopene.
And-
Yeah.
Yes.
The lycopene in the tomato. Do you know that you get more lycopene come out of the tomato when it's cooked? A lot of people are not aware, you know, and that will help against prostate cancer, isn't it? And also prostate enlargement. Can you see the power of our food? Our food doesn't just sort one illness out; it can help with many. Yeah. While we're trying to eat to be healthy, our immune system being healthy, then everything else becomes healthy. So Sharon, what did you see in there that you thought, wow?
I saw fiber times 10. All I
Right.
could see was fiber, and it looked so wholesome, and it actually looked very filling. I'm sure once you start to eat into that, it will give you everything that your body needs.
Well, I'm
It's
going to say, is
amazing.
anybody that's in VI, please make your way down to the office and collect yours, please, because there's too much in there for them. Yeah. Okay. So, Jeremiah, do you want to say anything else on that?
Yes, so what I see is immune boosters, a complete adequate boosters for the body.
Listen,
Like the potatoes, very important. We know the potatoes help the brain to function well. So imagine taking a food containing potatoes, which the carbohydrate is the main energy in the potatoes. The carbohydrate there is for the brain and helps the brain function well. So if your brain can function well, I'm sure your body will be able to function well. The body will be able to read signals where it needs adjustment. So it's awesome. It's complete.
fantastic.
Okay,
Fantastic.
can
Yeah.
I just ask a question? What's preferable in terms of the potato? Is it sweet potato or the Irish potato in terms of fiber?
Jeremiah, do you want to take that?
Okay, yes, the sweet potatoes is
Sweet
favorable.
potato.
So is it the glycemic index? Tell them to look at the
Yeah.
glycemic index.
Yes.
Okay,
The glycemic index should give them a clue.
yes, which gives you that.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a question. Does drinking water within the 13-hour gut resting period cause any disruption or interfere with the gut rest? So should they
I
continue?
love that question. I love that question. Whoever said it, congratulations. Fantastic question. Now, the good news for you all, your 13-hour rest of your gut, your water doesn't affect that fast.
Oh,
It doesn't affect it.
okay.
And the other good news for you, even if you're taking a coffee break, even if you're drinking coffee or tea, it doesn't affect it. Yeah?
Wow,
So it's just the food
good.
that you need to give it a rest on. Yeah? Okay. So I hope that helps.
Yes.
You're
I
going to
was
say something.
thinking, yes, I was thinking we could add water as number 11 immune booster.
Well, if you remember rightly, when we were talking about fiber in the gut, we were saying add fiber and lots of water to process fiber, so that the fiber can go through nicely. Yeah, so that's what we have. Okay, so now are you ready? You've got two dishes. One is being cooked, so we've got two
Another
dishes.
quick question,
Oh,
sorry.
wow, there's some
Do we
questions on
have do we have a Brazil nut that we can show, or we use them all?
the Brazil nut. We didn't use any Brazil nut today,
Okay.
but if you want to see a Brazil nut, go to Brazil. No, no, no. No, no. I think you can just go to one of the shops and just check. I mean, I think you'll find them in the supermarket rather than the market. I don't think Brazil nuts is found in Nigeria, but I think I might be stand corrected. But you can go to there, get Brazil nuts. And remember, with Brazil nuts, you only need one or two.
Yeah, because they're quite
'Cause
big, aren't they?
It's a powerhouse. It's a
Yeah.
powerhouse. Do you understand? So you've got the powerhouse there. Yeah, so that's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna now guess what we're gonna do next. Guess what we're gonna do next? Those people that allowed me to put my slide up the wrong way. Guess what we're gonna do next? See,
No
you can't guess
guesses.
now because you don't know
No.
the slide, do you? Yeah.
No.
Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the next one. Remember, we said we're talking about boosters and what?
Buster.
Yeah, I gave you the answer, didn't I? Already. Something's wrong with me today. Okay. Okay, so we're going to the busters, the things we're eating right, but we don't realize that we're also taking in busters. And those busters are interfering with our boosters. That means you can do everything that we said today, but you unconsciously are taking in or eating or consuming a buster. And that buster, the whole point of that buster is to neutralize your booster or to prevent it from giving you a boost. So let's look at the busters. Who are the busters? Some of them you'll recognize already. So you'll see my screen at the moment. So the busters. Okay, let's go and look. Who are the busters? Okay. Now we all know good sleep is a booster, isn't it? Yeah, is a booster. Okay, good sleep is a booster. Exercise is a booster. Healthy gut is a booster. So what does it mean? The opposite to this is a buster. The opposite to this is a buster. Let me show you what I mean. So, inadequate sleep, a lack of exercise, and guess what? Food low in fiber diet. These are busters. Okay, so another buster: sugar, sugar, sugar. Some of you love your sugar, but it is a buster. Yeah, let me just explain. Sugar can negatively affect our immune system. Studies show that your immune suppressing effects of sugar start in less than 30 minutes. When you eat sugar in less than 30 minutes, your immune suppressing effects start. Yeah, after eating it. Yeah, and guess what? When you eat sugar, then guess what happens? It will suppress that immune effect, and guess what will happen? It will keep it there for up to 5 hours.
Wow.
So you can now be susceptible for more things to hit you at that point. A general rule is excessive sugar consumption depletes the body's nutrient balance, which triggers off a cascade of inflammation and metabolic disruption. This sugar that we're taking, we talked about it last week, sugar is dangerous. And when I'm talking about sugar, I'm not talking about the sugar you get from natural fruits. I'm talking about the processed sugar. Sugar can also reduce the biodiversity of your gut. The effect of sugar seems to be most impactful when we are actively infected with a bacteria or virus. So that means that when you're ill, when you're sick, please reduce your sugar or eliminate or get rid of it for now, for that period of time, because it's actually going to have a big impact on your illness. So, Sharon, do you like sugar in your coffee?
Well, as you know, from last week, the chocolate, the desire, the pleasure, that's my sugar.
Well, that's
But
it's all,
not
all linked.
anymore.
Okay,
I'm
so that
challenged by it.
sugar is a buster.
It's a buster.
It's a buster.
Yeah. Wow.
Caffeine. Those of you that like coffee, and it's in tea, it's in drinks. Too much caffeine, not normal consumption of caffeine. You can still have normal consumption of coffee, but too much caffeine can be a buster. Yeah. What do we mean? Caffeine is shown to have immune suppressing tendencies when consumed in excess. Yeah. This is primarily due to its reducing and inhibiting production of antibodies. Yeah. And remember, the antibodies are protein components of our immune system that circulate in our blood. Yeah. They recognize foreign substances like bacteria and viruses and neutralize them. So if you're taking coffee, too excess coffee, it's actually reducing the production of these antibodies. And therefore, your immune system is compromised. Yeah? It's generally accepted that intake should be under 400 milligrams per day, which is roughly, what is you can find in a 32-ounce cup of coffee. Yeah. Okay. What is more? Sorry, just to consider. So what you need to consider also is, what are you taking with the coffee? Are you taking full cream coffee? So it's adding more problems to you. Yeah. Are you taking coffee with lots of chemicals, sweeteners? Yeah. These are also factors that affect our immunity. Yeah. And beware, some people are affected when they take caffeine on their sleep. So we already know what sleep does also. Lack of sleep does so. Okay. Sharon, anything
Yeah,
on that?
do you want, Tony, just some clarity about what the normal intake is? Because you're saying we shouldn't take caffeine in excess. So how many cups of coffee per day is considered to be okay before it goes into excess?
It depends how large your cup is first. But anyway, if we talk about a normal cup, maybe about 3 to 4.
3 to 4.
Yeah.
Okay. But then watching on the chemicals and sweeteners. But we can put plant-based milk in there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
You got to, but you know what happens is, look what happens. We said a buster is something that kind of like stops the booster. Now think about it. If you're taking coffee, remember, too much coffee anyway, excessive coffee, then that's a buster, isn't it? Then on top of the coffee, you now add lots of sugar. That's a buster, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a buster.
Then you go and add dairy, milk. Then you done another buster. And now because you're taking coffee, you can't sleep. That's another buster. And maybe you're not exercising. That's another buster.
There's so many busters.
Exactly, inside it. Now, I know some of you like your alcohol, but alcohol, again, is a buster. Yeah. And let me explain why. Now, when you consume it in excess, again, this is an excess, it can reduce your ability of white blood cells to kill. So what you'll find is it will actually reduce the ability for your white blood cell, yeah, to kill germs. Okay. So that means your white blood cells, sometimes someone is taking too much alcohol, and guess what they look? They look a bit dizzy, don't they? Yeah. So when they look a bit dizzy, they're a bit drunk, aren't they? So they can't walk straight. Not only can they not walk straight, their white blood cells don't even walk straight
They're not working very
because
well.
they're also dizzy, and they're not killing the germs required. It also suppresses the ability of those white blood cells to multiply. So that means if there's an infection, it's actually your defense system is down. Yeah. Okay. And then there's also so essentially when there's too much alcohol, not only do we have fewer disease fighting cells, but they're also not working very well. Yeah. There's a lot of research coming out where alcohol, sorry, one second. I'm getting a bit of feedback from Jeremiah. Jeremiah, can you put yourself on mute? Getting a bit of feedback. Yeah. So there's also a lot of research coming out about alcohol and how it can negatively affect the gut microbiome and also the quality of our sleep as well, increasing our risk of several common cancers like breast and colon cancer.
Wow.
So that's the alcohol.
Yes.
So that's a buster. For those of you that like excessive alcohol, it's a buster.
Oh,
I've
wow.
warned you once, I've warned you twice. High fat diet. Oh. I know some of you like your fried plantain, your fried this, your fried jollof rice, your fried soup. High fat diet is a buster. Yeah. So you might be taking good things, boosters, but you're finishing them with busters. You know, some people, you know what they say to me, Tony, if I go on the 30-day health restore, can I cheat? Can I go on it and can I still eat my fried plantain, deep fry this? And can I have my fried chicken takeaway? No, no, no. Because there's no point you boosting and busting. That's neutralizing. Yeah. So guys, some of you that might be on the health restore program and you're not seeing the results, you might be busting at the same time. Yeah. Okay. So what does it do? Remember,
Oh,
those white blood cells that are defenders. Too much fat can inhibit their ability to multiply and produce antibodies. Yeah. Now, cooking without oil, yeah, can help. And choose foods that are naturally lower in fat are beneficial. Yeah. Additionally, higher saturated fats intake can lead to obesity, which evolving as a significant risk factor for chronic disease. The other things that we need to watch out for, the chemicals in our house. These are also busters. So some of you will be aware that it's estimated the average person in a developed country is exposed to over 100,000 chemicals. In US alone, they produce 1,000 new chemicals every year. You may be surprised when you look at where these chemicals are found. Some of them are found in foods, everyday items, foods, personal products, packaging, prescription drugs, and most household products. When a healthy cell is exposed to chemicals, if the immune system is strong, it can repair the damaged DNA. But if the immune system is already weakened, or we become exposed to lots of chemicals for prolonged periods, these chemicals can cause our healthy cells to die or to alter their DNA, changing to a cancerous and diseased cell. So these chemicals, we can, if we've got a strong immune system, we can fight them, we can attack them, we can get rid of them. But over time, if you're taking a lot of busters, your immune system will be weak and they'll finish us off from that. Now, you'll be surprised. You can get this in makeup. You can get it from your surface. You can get it from your cookware. All these things are coming from all different places. Yeah. Other chemicals, consider your skin care. Yeah. Household products and things like that, exposing yourself on a daily basis. You may also be surprised to learn many cookware materials. Those of you that have this thing like non-stick, it has chemicals PFOA and so on. I'll show you here. Look at it. It has PFOA. Those of you that have these kind of cookware that has PFOA, PFOE, aluminium, lead, yeah, and a lot. Can be affecting. So your cookware can also be a source of a buster, okay, itself. Just take a few minutes to have a think about this. Look carefully at this very carefully. When you wake up just think in the morning, what do? You go for a shower, isn't it?
Shower.
Some of you will have a shower gel, isn't it? Yeah? Some kind of cleaner, and maybe some personal body care products, which has chemicals. Yeah? You will be wiping your kitchen, your countertops and cleaning. That is chemicals again you're exposed to. Yeah? You put on freshly washed clothes that you've used softeners or dryers. You've added more chemicals to it. Some of you add antiperspirant spray. That's more chemicals, isn't it? Yeah. Then you cook your breakfast. Yeah, with a cookware that has probably chemicals in it. Yeah, or metals. Yeah. It's possible and very highly you're exposed to hundreds of chemicals before you even leave your home. Yeah. These can build up in your bodies and create problems down the road. Chemicals are being introduced at such a high rate that it is impossible for the majority of them to be tested for the short or long-term safety. So check the ingredients on your commonly used items. Check the materials on your cookware and do what you can to reduce your exposure. Your immune system will surely benefit if you do all those things. So that's how we have. So remember, everything you do, consult your primary care physician, your doctors, if you're making a major diet change. Yeah. So we work as partners with your doctors and your medical physician. Okay. So we are done with that. I don't know whether we have any questions, but
I think there was a question. I think Jeremiah's actually given an answer, but I'll just share with you what the question was. So the person was asking about the citrus fruits, like the oranges, the lemon, the lime, and she was specifically saying, how do we absorb this particular spinach nutrients in the food? You covered this last week, actually.
Yeah, we covered it last week.
Or are we to take the vitamin C after the food? If you could kindly explain. And Jeremiah said that you can take it immediately after food if you wish. And you can also add to it, like adding it to your smoothie or squeezing the juice into your food on the top of it. Like you talked about spinach. Adding some of those vitamin C
that's great. Yeah, great
items.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I think we're kind of done we're done with our presentation. I think I told you it's going to be a roller booster. Booster. It's going to be a booster. I won't say a buster, it's a booster. Yeah. So let's get rid of the busters and boost. Some of you may have just one problem, which is you are eating the right foods, but you're also eating the wrong foods. You are consuming the right foods, but at the same time, you're consuming the wrong foods. So that's why you ended up in the same place, where you feel that you have some of these lifestyle problems, illnesses. Okay, so we're going to the kitchen. Jeremiah, do you want to say anything before we go to the kitchen? Are the kitchen ready for us? Are they ready for us?
Yes, there's a question about the chefs, actually.
Yeah? Okay.
It said they didn't see the chefs using any water to their food, did they? Did they use any water at all in preparing the food?
Okay, one of the things I want to just say is this: we're trying to boost, not to bust. Yeah, and what we mean by that is, and the person that asked the question, you need to see a presentation, yeah, at home, where we can do two things. We can actually show you how we retain maximum nutrition in the food. And with vegetables, you want to retain the maximum nutrition. So therefore, we try not to use water when we don't need it. Yeah, because water can be a diluter on that fat. Yeah, so that's what we have. So what I'm going to say to you is that it's hard to answer that question straight, but yes, you're right. The observation is correct. We didn't use any water because we want to preserve maximum nutrition in the food. Yeah. So Chef Jessica, over to you.
All right. Okay. All right, so it's time for us to dish the food. Let's have a look at our lentil,
Wow.
cauliflower, and tacos.
Okay. Oh,
Wow.
oh. I
Ooh,
think what we're going to do to give it justice, I'm going to remove everybody from the spotlight so that everyone can see what's in
yes.
there. Yeah. So
Yes.
give it justice. Let me just remove. I don't even want to be in the spotlight. I want the food to be the spotlight. Let me remove myself. Okay. So over to you. Right. So we've got this looks like fried rice. Okay.
Right,
So
so
what are
I'm
we going
going
to
to start taco bread.
do? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
We're still on the spotlight, Tony.
No, we're not.
We not.
Yeah.
I still see everyone.
That's because of your view.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so okay, that's nice, very nice.
You can also add avocado too. So yes.
Okay, all right. So you just wrap it up.
Yeah,
So
wrap
it's
it
kind of
up.
it's kind of like a Mexican dish, isn't it? Like Mexican
Yeah.
tortilla wraps or something like that. Yeah, yeah. That's nice. Okay, thanks for that. Okay, so that's done. So what's next?
All right.
Okay, our pesto veggies.
Okay, okay, okay,
So mix it for play and
Okay.
then set. So I'm mixing it up.
okay.
Going to be real, real yummy.
Wow, it looks yummy already from here. Yeah, good. So how is this served? This is served in a bowl, is it? You
Yes,
have
it's
rice and everything else. Brilliant.
Wow.
see all the colors, the potatoes, the tomatoes, the rice.
So Jeremiah, remind us what we got in here. This is all nutrients, isn't it? Fully fiber.
These are powerful nutrients. We have our potatoes,
Mhm.
we have our mushroom, vitamin D, settle. We have our tomatoes for the lycopene to fight against cancer. And I think the one we're seeing now is 4 times more of the normal lycopene. So this is awesome. We also have our spinach, which our non-heme iron is also present. So this is fantastic. It's actually
Okay.
fantastic.
All right. We've got some mushrooms in here too for
Yeah.
vitamin D. Got some mushrooms for vitamin D. We've got some tomato with lycopene for prostate, helping for prevention rather than cure. Yep. Okay. Thank you. So I think we're finished with you now, isn't it? So what do we have? What do we have now? So we're just gonna. So that's what we would have. So would we normally have that for breakfast, or would we have that for lunch, or would we have that for dinner? It looks like we can have that can be lunch or dinner.
Lunch.
Yeah. We could have one of each. Wow, that's
Yeah.
nice. So just
Awesome.
yeah, so that's good. So Sharon, do you want to say anything on that?
Well, I'm just absolutely amazed that what I've taken away today is stay away, be mindful actually of the busters,
Mhm.
and let's
Okay.
go into the boosters.
That's it.
Busters out, and busters
Boosters in.
in, boosters in, busters out.
Okay, so any more questions, guys, before we're gonna unmute you all now? Yeah. Any questions before we unmute everybody? Yeah. Okay. So, by the way, before I unmute everyone, just please, what we can do is you can actually, if you're a gold member, yeah, of our Health Restore Club, then you can actually get access to the recording of this later, either today or later today, this evening or tomorrow. Yeah. If you're not a gold member, then you've seen it live. Don't worry, you've seen it live. Yeah. But if you are a gold member, then you can go to the recording and see it again, and then also follow. There's a book of the instructions that come with this. That book, let me see if I can put it on my screen, and that will help you go through what we've done again. That's a classroom book. Okay, it's a classroom book, and it works with this immune booster program. So what you'll find, I'm going to show you on the screen now, the book. Now, like I said last time, I think I told you last time that it's actually there's a cost to the book because it's actually a paper-based book. So anybody that's gold member, it'll be useful for you to have the book so that you can go through step by step. So you can see the book here. Can you see it on your screen? Can you see it on your screen, Sharon?
Yes,
You
yes.
can?
Yes.
Okay, okay, good.
Very colorful looking
The-
book.
Yeah, this is the book, okay? And those of you that are gold members, when you go through this on your recording again, you might want to just have the book so that you can run through the book. And there are some more recipes apart from the ones that were done today. And also it gives you more information about 10 habits and so on. And then you've got a bit more information in there to help you. And it's a summary of what's happened today, really, just to give you an idea. So those of you that are going to go through this program again, that book will be useful for you. Okay, so any questions before we unmute? Sharon, anything else before we unmute?
No, thank you for the input. My mind has been blown away. Actually has
Your
today.
mind's been blown away, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so, okay, on that note, I'm going to unmute everybody. Jeremiah, anything to say before we unmute everybody?
No. My mind too has been blown away.
We were two minds blown away
Okay,
here.
and then
The
Chef
thing is that
Jessica and Chef Rose, anything to say before we unmute everybody?
This is
Thank
amazing.
you. This is
Thank you very
amazing.
much.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, okay, we are muting everybody. So we'd like to say thank you for those of you I know it was a marathon today because our immune system is a marathon. So we had to take it all. So I'd like to say thank you for everybody that's lasted the marathon. Not everybody can last the marathon. And I believe I can see some people that I can see. I can see, thank you, Catherine, Catherine, I can see you there. And then who else do we have on the
Yes.
screen? Who else do we have? I
Well,
have
Mr. Good Luck,
Mr. Good Luck, always there giving us some good luck.
always
Yeah,
there.
yeah. In the background, thank you.
And our Maduka, Madam Maduka.
Madam Maduka is on the call. Wow,
Yes.
wow.
And Madam
is on the call.
Mazuka.
Madam Azuka, Madam Aduka. We
Oh,
have
Pastor Adebayo.
Mr. George. Yeah, we have Miss Madam Bello. Wow, got the same name as me. Wow.
Victoria. Bello.
We've got Madam Adebayo or Mr. Okay. And we have Pastor Adeoye. I'd like to say thank you very much for coming on the show and thank you for lasting the show. Remember, like I said, we have Beard on there. And remember, like I said, if you are a gold member, you'll get access to the recording. And then also you can get the book to give you a going through. And if you want to talk to the chefs, remember all the recipes they cook is also available for you to be able to get from Best Food Clinic. Sharon, on your note?
On that note, let's go in for the boosters.
Let's go in for the
have a
boosters.
booster-filled
All right,
week.
then. We're boosting, we're not busting. We're boosting, we're not busting. Okay,
Yeah,
so thank you very
busting.
much. Let's boost, let's
Thank
boost,
you.
let's boost.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
everyone.
All right, then.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Mr. Good Luck.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
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 Enjoy our weekend.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Good week.
Bye,
Bye-bye,
everyone.
Adriano. Bye-bye, Madam
Bye.
Shola.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, Madam
Bye.
Victoria. Bye-bye,
Bye.
Madam
Bye-bye.
Azuka.
Bye.
Bye, Tony.
Good
Bye.
luck. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye-bye,
Bye.
Adebayo.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mrs. Adebayo, when are we
Never,
coming? When are
never.
we touching? We haven't seen you for a while, Mrs. Adebayo. Come on, let's get going.
Okay,
In
I'm
Abuja.
ready. I'm ready.
Okay, you're
I'm
ready.
ready, sir.
All right, no
Yeah.
problem. Okay. All right then.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye,
Bye, sir.
everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.